Lost research station found in Antarctica. Scientists were speechless when they looked inside. In the year 2023, a satellite monitoring the vast, empty ice sheets of Antarctica detected an anomaly. As a massive glacier retreated at an unprecedented rate, a strange, metallic object hidden for decades deep within the ice, a specialized scientific recovery team was dispatched to the remote location to investigate. They thought they might find a lost meteorological probe or perhaps the wreckage of a plane, but what they found was far more complex and far more sinister. They found an entire ghost-like research station, frozen in time, a station that wasn't on any official map. And when they finally managed to force their way inside, they began to uncover a dangerous secret of illegal corporate science and a discovery so valuable, someone was willing to kill for it. But before we start our story, smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and hit that notifications bell so you won't miss any of our new, incredible stories. To understand the profound mystery and the international crime at the heart of this story, you must first understand the unique and fragile status of the continent where it took place – Antarctica. Antarctica is not a country. It is the only continent on Earth with no native human population and no government. It is a land dedicated to peace and science. This is all thanks to a remarkable international agreement signed in 1959 at the height of the Cold War, called the Antarctic Treaty. This treaty, signed by 12 nations, including the United States and the Soviet Union, demilitarized the entire continent, banning all military activity and, crucially, prohibiting any mineral or resource exploitation. Antarctica was to be a natural reserve devoted to peace and science. For over 60 years, this treaty has been a stunning success, a rare beacon of international cooperation. Dozens of nations operate scientific research stations across the continent, studying everything from climate change to astronomy. But the treaty relies on the honor system, and the immense, untapped resources hidden beneath the ice have always been a source of temptation. The second crucial piece of context is the modern-day reality of climate change. The Antarctic ice sheet, which holds 90% of the world's fresh water, is melting at an alarming rate. As the great glaciers that flow from the continent's interior retreat and calve into the sea, they are not just changing our coastlines, they are uncovering the secrets that have been entombed in the ice for centuries, or even millennia. They are revealing lost mountain ranges, ancient fossils, and, as our story will show, the hidden evidence of human activity. Our story begins with the team from the United States Antarctic Program, or USAP. They were a team of specialists, glaciologists, engineers, and survival experts tasked with investigating the strange anomaly that the satellite had detected. After a long and difficult journey by ski plane and tracked vehicle, they arrived at the location, a remote, wind-swept glacier on the edge of the continent. It was the edge of a building, a research module that had been sheared off by the movement of the ice. The rest of the station was still buried deep within the glacier. The team established a base camp and began the incredibly dangerous and difficult task of trying to reach the lost station. For 2 weeks, they used specialized thermal drills and ground-penetrating radar to map the structure's location and to melt a tunnel down through the dense, ancient ice. Finally, they reached their target. Deep beneath the surface, they found the main airlock door of the buried research station. The station was a ghost, its crew long gone. But where had they gone? And what were they doing here, operating in secret, in violation of the spirit, if not the letter, of the Antarctic Treaty? As they stepped into the cramped airlock and then through the inner door, their powerful headlamps cut through the absolute darkness. The interior was silent, frozen, and eerily normal. Research papers were spread out as if the owner had just stepped away for a moment, but the station was completely empty. It was a ghost station. The crew, it seemed, had vanished. As the recovery team moved cautiously through the silent, frozen corridors of the lost research station, they were walking through a time capsule. The air was dry, sterile, and unimaginably old. Their powerful lights cut through the darkness, revealing a scene that was frozen in time. But it was in the station's main laboratory that they began to uncover the first part of the secret. The lab was filled with sophisticated, albeit outdated, scientific equipment. And on the computer terminals and in the scattered research notes, they found what the private corporation had been searching for. The station had not been studying geology or climate. It had been engaged in a top-secret and highly illegal operation – bioprospecting. To understand their mission, we must understand the hidden treasure of Antarctica. Beneath the immense ice sheet, in subglacial lakes that have been cut off from the outside world for millions of years, exists a unique and barely understood ecosystem. This is the world of the extremophiles, microscopic organisms that have evolved to survive in the most hostile conditions on Earth: absolute darkness, extreme cold, and immense pressure. These microbes are of incalculable value to the biotechnology and pharmaceutical industries. Their unique enzymes, which can function in extreme cold, have the potential to be used in everything from creating new medicines to developing more efficient industrial processes. The Antarctic Treaty strictly regulates such research, but for a rogue corporation, the temptation of finding a unique, patentable microbe worth billions of dollars was too great to resist. The abandoned station was a secret, illegal biological goldmine. But as the team moved deeper into the station, to a sealed, high-security biocontainment lab, they realized the story was far darker than just illegal corporate greed. The inner door to the biolab had been forcibly sealed from the outside. The team, now wearing full biohazard suits, made the tense decision to override the lock and enter. The scene inside was one of chaos and desperation. Microscopes were overturned, and strange organic matter was smeared on the walls. And on a central computer terminal, they found the station's final, horrifying log entry left by the lead scientist. The log explained that their deep ice drill core had brought up something they had never expected. They had found not just a simple extremophile, but a complex prehistoric virus that had been lying dormant in the ice for over 1 million years. In the lab, the virus had been accidentally thawed and had become active. It was highly infectious and horrifically virulent. The log described the crew members falling ill, one by one, with a rapid and terrifying sickness for which there was no cure. The final entry was a heartbreaking message from the station's commander. He wrote that with the crew dying and the contagion spreading, he had made the only moral choice left to him. He was initiating a full station lockdown and cutting off all external communication to prevent the prehistoric plague from ever reaching the outside world. The crew of the station had sacrificed themselves to save humanity. The recovery team immediately retreated, resealing the station behind them. They now understood the full, terrible truth. The crew had not vanished. They were all still there, their remains and the deadly virus they had unleashed locked away in the station's frozen tomb. The team reported their findings to the highest levels of international government and health organizations. The lost Antarctic research station and the ancient plague it contained was declared a permanent international quarantine zone, a place too dangerous to ever be disturbed again. The story is a chilling and powerful reminder that as our planet's ice melts, it is not just revealing the secrets of our past, but potentially the plagues as well. It is a testament to the quiet, forgotten heroes who sacrificed their own lives to protect a world that never knew the danger it was in.